That was the wrong one to hit. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good day, or as good as it can be. We're just gonna play a little bit of Metaphor. I wanna play some video games, get my mind off of things, and just have some fun. So let's get right into it. Shall we get right into it? What were we doing? Oh, why the Grand Tour? Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I know why we were there. Doi. Whatever. I was honestly like, why are we here?
Stupendous. Close your ear. Oh, God.
Right now, we're going to talk to the sister.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello. How can I help you? Juna!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
The
Right.
sister, yeah, the
Now that you all know each
sister.
other's names? Rella is my older sister. Adopted sister, that is. Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden in Tilbrile Haven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look
That is
at.
exactly why I'm here.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot.
From a secret
That's-
place.
Could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
Inversion of a healing
I
spell.
suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Look,
Yep.
what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Louise. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Joanni Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else. I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh,
Damn,
you didn't have
caught.
to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this. This formula isn't complete.
Huh?
It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to
Wait,
lift
what the
curse from this
fuck?
alone.
What?
Then I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing? You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
Oh, so we probably
The
unlock
curse is
a
impossible
thing
to
for.
break?
It's not impossible to break. I think we just need to find the other half, right?
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
Kill
The only way
Luis.
left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if
New
we could fight
puzzle
him
to
properly,
solve. No
do we
way,
stand a
new puzzle to
chance?
solve.
The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and the magic arts.
This might be the end.
It's not the end.
We have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
When will the next race and task be announced?
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
Doo-doo.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow.
I will think about nothing. Head only empty.
By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Nurse?
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's sky runner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this
No thought, exactly.
magic levitatory. But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any ballet point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
So you just gave up?
Hardly. It'll take more than that to stamp out my fire, chum. I've known my place was in the sky since I was a schoolboy. Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure.
I know how that
You
feels,
and the rest
Nurse.
of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. And here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
And I did it my way. Oh, now we can change.
So?
All right, now who do we put in the party? How do I change? Oh. What? There we go. Easy, guys, easy. See that? That's our party right there. What does that mean? I think it's time to take a sleep. Time to get some sleep.
Good night.
Goodbye, Stroll. He was always gonna be the first one to go. Her to sleep down. I like every time like a new member comes, we can read more of the book.
You're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind?
No, not in particular. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out
unless
about
he
our
knows
mission.
about the teleportation, which he could.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know
No
the
way
truth.
he knows,
And having
maybe.
gotten to see my sister.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
We're all sinners here. Y'all read from the book of forbidden text.
The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war.
Into war.
How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts. No matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless. Just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all just a fancy disguise,
Oh,
really.
so her other form's a real
gilded
form.
mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely, but you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Doo-doo. And then he just goes blah, 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 blah,
Time
blah.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And the age of a new king draws near.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge.
Oh, wait, there's a
Let's
next
find out where
challenge.
our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, Bane of Sea Monsters and
Undisputed
Savior
winner.
of the people, our very own
Boo.
Sanctifex Pardon! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Kido. Furthermore,
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Sure he will,
yes,
sure he will.
We're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right! Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Yeah, just like that.
Friar man, where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over the tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladell or something. No sign of him. Probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
He definitely did drop.
Talk, then. The disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina.
Really?
Some
She's
big ideas,
up
that
there?
girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's
interesting.
money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Virga Island.
Where's Virga Island? Was that?
Islands, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
The next leg of the race, guys. Surely I get to walk around and do whatever. Oh. I guess not.
And that's the bell. Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne. First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock.
Some of these people
You are
I'm
now
suspicious.
officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand.
You know what actually
sign of Luis.
sucks for us?
Even if he does plan to take over.
Not thinking
suppose
about
he's still
this.
not eager to play by their rules.
It's the fact that Frodin knows the next task already, so he's probably already out doing the next task.
Doesn't seem with us anyway.
Now, at long last, we are
'Cause I
ready
don't see
to
him
announce
here.
their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic.
What? A relic?
I've already got
Worry,
4
we're
of them.
happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this. So, we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church.
So we have like many of those, holy shit.
Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation.
Yeah, I don't really care for
They
Sanctism
cling
either.
to strange idols, calling
Fuck
them
religion,
divine
right?
relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery.
Oh, Froden is there. I didn't even see him.
Take
What
these
the fuck?
relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place, in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
Heisenberg, what the hell?
At the second round, Altabury will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Tuna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
Like, how does this work out? Because, like, technically... Like, technically we already have... said relics.
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
That candidate's a Mustari.
Ooh.
Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What new low?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Do we? We just...
My shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
You lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over.
What would be our first job, I wonder?
We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctis Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check.
What the
Putting
fuck?
me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
Damn
You need fear
Sanctus.
nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
How? But how?
And
He's
what of
like...
the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodeus.
Dracodeus.
The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
I want to run off with the relic.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
He
So,
does
Lord,
not trust
Where
us.
can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight.
No way. No.
May we
clue.
both find success
No
in the
clue.
pursuit of our shared vision.
What a bastard! Not giving us a hint. I like to end so far.
All right.
I guess we have no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather some more information. Let's go.
Well met, eh? You are.
Then
We need some thoughts. No longer head empty. No way.
Wonderful. So
Hey there.
Do.
Just can't stand it.
They're just bubbling.
Wonderful.
What am I gonna do?
Hey, grand.
What are we going to do?
Wait a second.
What do you think you're...
Let's see.
Dear me.
No way it wants us to go to the tavern.
Wonderful.
I'm just
Hey.
I beg your pardon, but you have business with me.
Emil, I'm no,
Sure.
I don't. Well then, let's talk to the lady who owns this place, shall we? I'm glad you understand. Good day to you.
I'm just
Hey,
incredulous.
listen. Huh?
Can I help you? Something tells me you're not here to eat. A divine lance? Not sure I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. No wait, someone outside was rambling about that just a bit ago. Had a large mask on. Must have been Bastari. He seemed awfully bothered by it. He was bothered about the lance. Sounds like he may know something any day where he went. I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. He must have headed towards the coast by the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say?
So,
If we hurry, we might be able to catch him. Let's head for the Merchant's Bazaar.
hey, listen.
No way we have to run around everywhere just to catch this man.
Wonderful.
I have to wonder if we have to blame Moku for this, you know?
Oi. Right then.
Even though he's not here, we have to blame him.
What is it?
Wonder
Wonder if I could have been one of Lewis's.
Wonderful.
He must have went down. Here, yeah.
Now what am I to do? Well
Whoa.
then, eh?
Check this out.
Hey, that Bastari over there.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
Fuck the ground.
Excuse me? Can I ask you something?
What? Never seen a pagan before?
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them.
I can see
If you'd ever
that.
seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you.